Hi, this is Karen. I just wanted to share some fun new releases from SRM Press. These are the calligraphy pens or markers. This is Deco Color Opaque Paint Marker from Marvy Uchida and SRM. And as you can see, it's a paint marker. So you shake it up and then you make sure you get a really nice flow of ink before you start writing. This is not a brush marker. Lots of people are very excited about calligraphy, the kind of new modern calligraphy, if you will. This is more for the more traditional calligraphy. The nib has a flat side, and the thing I always learned about using this kind of nib or pen for calligraphy is that you keep your strokes in a downward motion. You don't go up. So you can see as I'm making my letters here, I sort of make them in steps. So I'm bringing my marker down, I lift it off the page, go back up, and then bring the marker down. So this is a great flow on this marker, and you can see here I'm going to go back over my letters and I'm going to thicken up those downstrokes. So in that sense it's a lot like brush lettering, but you have a just a real different kind of feel when you're putting this marker down onto your paper. Just a little bit of background about what I did here. I had first laid down some watercolor over some watercolor paper, so it definitely is thicker paper. And I used my watercolors pretty intensely too to try to get a lot of color on that page. So I let that dry completely. You don't want to do this over any kind of wet paper. So let it dry completely. I let mine dry overnight. So I finished the watercolors one day, then I came back to it later to be able to put the lettering on top. So I needed to practice a little bit, and I think that's true with any kind of handwriting, particularly with calligraphy. It takes a lot of practice, and there's not really any getting around that, I think. But it's a lot of fun to do a lot of lettering and to play around with styles and different kinds of strokes and that sort of thing. And there's so much available online for just ideas of different kinds of fonts, as well as tutorials about how to approach lettering, whether it's brush lettering or this more traditional calligraphy lettering. I have had some experience working with actual ink and nibs, which is pretty fun, but that's a lot of work as well. So this is much easier to do with a marker. And these markers lay down a really nice, consistent flow of ink, which I really appreciate. You can see that after I wrote out my main letters, I wanted to add a little bit of shadowing, and I'm doing this with the new white gel ink pen, also from Marvy Uchida and SRM. And I really like this white pen. You know, sometimes we really struggle with getting a nice flow of ink, and this one seems to do a really good job. So far, I've only used it a few times, but so far I'm really pleased with the kind of ink that's coming out of this white gel pen. So I've just gone through and I'm putting this all on the right side of my letters, as you can see, whether it's the fat stroke or the skinny stroke. And that just gives this a little bit more depth. You can also do this with different colors. You can try outlining the entire letter, which has a fun effect, just a little bit different. And I really had fun with this. I hope you guys experiment a little bit with these calligraphy markers. They come in different colors. You can see I have the gold one sitting there too. I haven't quite tried that one yet. Just kind of brushing up on my calligraphy skills. So anyway, this is really fun, and if you have any inclination or any desire to do some hand lettering, pick up some of these calligraphy pens. They're a lot of fun. I am going to make these into some cards, I think, so all of my practicing is not in vain. It'll be a nice little card that I can send out to some friends. Here I'm just adding a little bit of stars or little doodles, I guess, with my white pen. Just again, another little touch. Thanks for joining me today, and I will be talking to you again soon.